Just look straight at the camera when you talk. All right, Mr. Norbert Simons, since the announcement yesterday that the Bermuda Half Marathon has now been changed to Appleby, there's been a lot of public outcry. From your office, what's your take on the situation with the name changing and taking Bermuda out of the title name?
Well, Mr. Bays, first of all, I heard the news this morning on the radio, and I was taken a little aback because we have already started meetings with the various stakeholders to ensure that Bermuda Day runs as smoothly as it normally does. I'm just a little surprised that there was no talk to our department because, as you are aware, we provide the Bernard's Park for free. All of our staff are on duty on the day to ensure that everything runs smoothly, and we set up the park. We provide our truck to pick up the uniforms, all of these things. So I've already asked Mr. Simons, our senior sports development officer, to call the Bermuda Day committee in so that we can discuss the next steps, because obviously there are some concerns and challenges that we have, because at the end of the day, like I said, we have trophies in our office that we donate every year for the Bermuda Day event, and it's called the Bermuda Day event. And I just need to know, I think that we need to work some things out because there are some serious implications with the name change. I think that Appleby have to be acknowledged for their continued support of the Bermuda Day Marathon, but we cannot undermine or underpin or underplay the role that the Department of Youth, Sport and Recreation plays in the Bermuda Day Half Marathon and indeed the rest of the day as well.
Now, obviously, we have tradition, we have history. Taking the word Bermuda out of Bermuda Day Half Marathon, for you personally, I know you speak on behalf of the Department of Youth and Sport, but for you personally, what's your feeling on that?
Well, Mr. Bays, and the first reaction is that it is Bermuda Day. The parade in the afternoon is Bermuda Day. It is. We need to protect what culture that we have in this country, and I think that we're so quick for $1 to sell our heritage down the road. And I think that I'm really concerned that if we go this route, and it's no slight on Appleby or anyone else, but I think that it would have been far more appropriate and more palatable if it were called the Bermuda Appleby Half Day Marathon. But I think that it's the Bermuda Day event, and it still has to stay that way because that, we changed that from the Commonwealth Day and the Queen's birthday to call it the Bermuda Day so that we can help celebrate our heritage and our culture, and to belittle it, and these are my words, it's not anybody else's, to belittle the day that many Bermudians line the street to support whomever runs. And I think that it's one of those days, it's the biggest event outside of Cup Match for Bermuda. And I hate to see Cup Match change its name too, but but for economic reasons. And I think that some things are not worth the $1.
And hopefully you're planning to have a meeting. You instructed Mr. Cal Simons to set up a meeting. What are you hoping comes out of the meeting with the discussions with the committee?
Well, I think that we need to state our case, our feelings and our views, and I'm hoping that, as usual, cooler heads and calmer heads will prevail. I think that I think that I'm understanding that the Bermuda Day Committee is looking to really ensure that the event is a success, but I think at the same time that we need to take into consideration the needs and the feelings of the larger community.